Well, good morning, everybody. This is Dave with Nomadic Trail Cams, and we are in a new adventure here. We're in Florida, and we're at the Hal Scott Regional Preserve and Park. This is a wilderness area located just outside of Orlando, Florida. And it's 6:30 in the morning. Sunrise is at 6:54. And we got although this is a two-tracker, no vehicles are allowed. I'm going to be, I think I got a location area that I can get picked out according to my onX hunt. It should be about a 40-minute walk to get there, and the terrain changes from, can't really see it too much now, but the terrain changes from open woods. I guess this was hit by a wildfire a few years back, so a lot of the trees have been burned, so it's got a little regrowth coming back on it. Well, it looks like I got the whole place to myself. There's nobody else in the parking lot, which is good. I've got a couple different locations I want to set a camera out. And we're coming up on a informational post here. Anyways, this area that I'm going to, it turns into a, I forget the name of the river, I'll put it here. But it changes to swamp cedars, and it just looks like it might be a little interesting to use. But here's a little informational area. A little signage. Plants and animals. I think the big thing is something about a woodpecker. Other wildlife: bald eagles, sandhill cranes, gopher tortoises, bobcats, river otters, and indigo snakes. Ooh. So yeah, we got a beautiful sunrise coming up. It's a kind of a foggy morning. Like I mentioned, this according to the onX map, it's this area that I'm going to is about 1.7 miles according to that, and that should be about a 40-minute walk. And this terrain is pretty easy. My goal is to see if I can get some deer on the camera. So my first camera I'm going to be deploying is a Browning Strike Force powered by a 12-volt battery. And then I'm also installing a SpyPoint link, cell link, which basically will turn my Browning Strike Force into a cell cam. I've had the two other ones that I got deployed in Texas right now, and it seems to be working out pretty good. And then I picked up a little salt lick. We'll see if that attracts them. There's 3 primitive campsites out here that are, I think, first come, first serve. And according to what I've been looking at on YouTube, they're not too bad for primitive. Obviously no water. Oh yeah, there is water there. They do have a couple non-potable well pumps. That's your hand pumps. But yeah, this first come, first serve. They're about a mile or 2 in. There's 3 different loops that you can climb around or hike around here. A lot of people, this is open to horseback riding, and but a lot of people, I think, bring their mountain bikes out here. I'm hoping I can see something, like a deer standing in the road. That would be a nice spot to set something up instead of walking all this way, but we're just going to take it easy. There's a little lake here. I should say a lake, but a pond, and it's there's the first cutoff point. Ooh, I don't know about that. They had some rain last night, so we'll have to see what this is a swamp, basically. But we'll have to see how this water situation turns out. Alright, we've been walking for about 45 minutes, and I believe we're coming down to the split here, and thinking it should be just to the left here, should be the bridge. I mean, this is some rough stuff here. And, it goes to boggy stuff. So I think from here we've walked about a mile, if I remember the way this was laid out. So this is the start of the yellow trail. And that one keeps on going. And going back to the start, yeah, 1.2 miles. So if I remember right, through this stuff, I'd be happy to put something in here, but since we're here, I believe the bridge is only like 3/10 of a mile away. Oh, this is thick. I mean, it changes drastically. This open area is where they had the wildfire, and here is where it transitions close to the river. And it's a lot shadier. And yes, I am sweating pretty good. But it's these fucking gnats. They're like blood gnats. I mean, they sting you, and it's just on the legs. Check how this opens up. I just want to see a deer spook or something that I could possibly set something up. But look at that swamp. I mean, this water, when it floods, probably gets pretty deep. Oh, there goes some deer. Good. So we're kind of in a good spot. Saw 2 deer just running by. So I'm liking that. Now, I just need to find a place that's going to be hidden from, there's the bridge right there. So they were on this side of the bridge. We're going to walk down to the bridge, and then we'll walk back this way. Need to set something close enough to the road, but far enough away where you're not going to see it. I mean, I don't think there's a So this is that river crossing. And up there is a turnoff, goes to another campground. I'm gonna take a quick break here, get some water. Alright guys, well we finally got it set up. We found the place just off the roadway, kind of hidden a little bit. It's the Browning Strikeforce number 3 with a cell link and a 12 volt battery pack. And we've got the lithium batteries in both the cell link and the Browning, but we also have 12 volt battery cables running down into the box here. And it's elevated a little bit, but we'll have to keep an eye on the weather. I mean, if it floods, it floods. And then we also put out a salt lick hanging on the tree there. Maybe that'll entice them to come. I've had 3 deer running by while I was here, so this should be a pretty good spot. It's nice and cool in here, so they should really like it. Alright, so this was just about 2 miles back, and I got the sun's up. It's about 8:30 now, so we got another lighter walk going back. We don't have the battery and everything else in there in the backpack, so it should be pretty good. But anyways, you can kind of see as this is kind of the edge of the river. The river is just way where that tree's tipped over. I think that's the bank of it. So no real trails in here. I think they kind of just wander around in here. But it is quiet. Have not run into anybody in here, so let's oh, and I am getting, I think it's 50% cell signal here on the cell link, and I'm getting pictures, notifications, so that it's going good. So let's get out of here and get back to the car. Alright everybody, it's about 11:30. It took a couple hours to recuperate after that 4-mile walk. And I set this Edge trail cam just off the parking lot where, if you saw earlier, I was sitting in the car and 2 turkeys go walking right past the front gate. Go figure. So we know there's turkeys in here. And this is the general area where they took off, or would have taken off. So yeah, we got this installed, and it's got a 12-volt battery pack on the back side here. And got it all decked out with branches and leaves. And we put another salt lick here. We'll see if that attracts the deer. But there it is. And it is working correctly. I'm getting signals, and, test photos, test images. So it's working. So let's take a little short ride back to the car. This is pretty good. And just looking back at that camera, I think I've got it pretty well camouflaged over there. That's good. Then we got our little salt lick, Himalayan pink salt. Oh, I tell you, this trip back, when I finally got back to the car, I was exhausted. I was probably dehydrated. My eyes were seeing white. I couldn't focus. And I should have worn glasses because I was walking right back into the sun, and the white sand on the drive on the 2-track really can do a number on your eyes. So I guess I learned. It took a while to get back. That round trip, even though I was setting up the trail cam, was 3.5 hours. 4 miles long. It kicked my ass. I was gonna quit, and I decided to keep on going. So and then I lost my little microphone too. So I got another one on order from Amazon. It'll be here tomorrow. Don't know how I lost it, but I did. The thing very good about this one is it's close to the parking lot, and it's in the woods for walking. I think it should be a good location. We'll see. I was thinking this was a trail, but I don't think it is. It's a pretty easy way to get out. Alright guys, back in the car, in the AC. It's a little after 11:30 now, and I think I'm recuperated. That 4-mile walk coming back to the car was, that's my longest trek. In total, since I started this morning to now, I put over 10,000 steps. That's a long ways. But that first location where I set up the Browning Strike Force trail cam should be a pretty good area. It's covered, it's next to the river. We saw some deer back in there, so it should be a pretty good location. The second one here, I don't know. I mean, you can't really tell where they're walking, the trails and stuff, but if we put it in there, we'll put a salt lick. We've got a salt lick on both locations. They'll usually seek that out pretty fast. So the good thing is this, I don't have to check any SD cards. These are both are cellular trail cams. So I'll get a notification, if anything trips the camera. I've got them all with 12-volt battery packs on them, so they should last a long time. I'm going to adjust the picture. The Browning over there, that's only going to take pictures. It's not going to take videos. And I'm going to switch that to, instead of immediate, probably once a day download. I did that in Texas and it seems to be working out pretty good. That way, we're going to be out here about five months, so I won't be back here until January, hopefully, unless for some reason I need to take a run out here. And by January, the weather will be a lot different. That trek back there, if I do end up removing that one in January, is going to be a lot nicer than it is right now. When the temperatures are a lot cooler. I mean, it still does get warm during the day, but I mean, I can generally go back there without a problem. So, this is a first for me, being in Florida and putting up trail cams, but that's nomadic trail cams. We'll pop them out anywhere we go, and I really like this area. I didn't know this was here until I happened to be searching around on Google Maps, and I saw this area, and then I saw a lot of YouTube videos on it. So we'll get some pictures taken, and we'll be on YouTube also at the nature preserve here. So appreciate you coming along, and we're gonna head back home and probably jump in the pool. This is Dave for Nomadic Trail Cams. We'll catch you later. Adios.